loves to do.
And it's so hard
Why
for me
would
to
I do
explain
that? It was so hard for me to let go. It's something that I struggled with because I knew that dancing was going to take time. And after Mia started to become more engaged in dancing and just, more classes where I was like, oh my goodness, she has absolutely zero free time. That became a plus, the zero free time, because yes, she was still taking care of her academics and her schoolwork and her school responsibilities, but there was just something different. There was a driving force behind that, and I think it was dancing. Once she started dancing full time in the afternoons, I saw a significant difference in her schoolwork.
And
significant.
And we've seen it, like we've seen it in Abby, Noemi, and Sarah. Sarah is the oldest, but believe it or not, Sarah was always driven when she was little. And her drive, one of her, stay with this topic. When I met Sarah, she was my student. She was 14 years old. This is how funny it is that academics are a result of so many other things. And I was her theater teacher. A lot of people don't know the story. I wish she was here to stop moving around. She sits here. And I didn't know Sarah like I know Sarah now. Imagine I'm a teacher, she's a student, and I would always start my acting classes with like a thought. I hate when they come into the class like this. So they always had a question on the board and they had 5-10 minutes to journal. And the questions were always personal, like what would you do if 5 years from now, or where do you see your 5 years from now, or what would you do if your mom had to stop working and you had to take over the house, like things like that made them think. Sarah's answers were very deep, always. Like I always look forward to hearing her answer, and I always thought, I wish, when it's funny because you're saying apple doesn't fall back from tree. I used to think back then Abby was 1 year old. No, I'm lying. Abby was 5 and Noemi was 1. And I would think, I wonder if my kids are going to turn out like this, not knowing all of the things that were going to happen later. And the driving force for Sarah, believe it or not, was not to get A's because for her grades were important. For her was to make her mother proud. And make her mother proud because she, later on I found out, she comes from a house where dad wasn't presently there all the time. Mom was super hardworking. It wasn't a family that sometimes our kids take for granted how much we have. Like materialistic and financially speaking, they were not as like their house was not big. Her mom had to work really hard. They had to count how much money they had to buy milk. So when kids are raised with understanding and awareness and care and so many other things, I think that it just translates into grades and success. And being busy, like you're saying, is not a bad thing, because for her it was her mom, for Mia is dance, for maybe Noemi is something else. Everybody's different, and I'm not saying that dance is for everybody, but for sure, grades need gas. What makes a kid want to be their best? You have to have a reason. There's no reason, then why? Why am I going to push myself to have good grades? And sometimes we push the grades without gas. It's almost like I want this car to go full force, but what am I putting? I am not putting. It has the best rims, the best everything. It could be a Mercedes-Benz, it could be a Porsche, but if it doesn't have the right gas, then it's not gonna go. And gas comes inside, like it's here. And I love that you said that, because sometimes when I talk to parents and I feel really anxious, I felt it with you, I felt it with other parents. I know that those kids, the gas for that kid is the arts. And when they discover that, because they don't even know it, then they'll do whatever they have to do. And just like if I see that it's not the art, sometimes it's good. You're gonna be, look, mommy, this is not for them. This is not what's driving them. Maybe it's football or baseball or something else.
You gotta find something you love. So the fact that our girls are doing something that they love and they're surrounded by great role models, I think that's a win-win for us.
Abby, you want to sit here with us?
Yes.
So we're going to invite one of our girls. This is Abby. She's doing the story. So if you see the story posting, she's all Abby. Abby was the first student from this house that Ms. Velasquez had.
Yes.
Right?
First one.
What grade was it?
Fifth grade.
I remember I was saying a lot. Oh my God.
I
Miss
bet
Blasco
she
is
had
so
a lot
much
to
like
say. I hope you didn't say it.
What did you say? What did you say? So,
I don't know, it's a good grade,
but you remember when you say, oh my God, mommy, Miss Blasco did this today? You would have said the same thing.
When I would go,
I love
okay,
it.
so let's move
And then we
on.
had a
Let's move
song
on.
too.
We had a song
Something like that, like
from the Lion King, yes, because I like to sing in the classroom. See, I can't dance. I don't dance, but I've always, you know, un talento frustrado que I love to sing. So every year I had like, you know,
I wish I could sing. I've always wanted to sing.
I just sing.
But
to
God,
them.
like,
And
was
kids
like-
love it. Kids think
Yeah.
you guys thought I sang pretty nice, right? Or were you
Yes.
just playing
No,
along?
they love
Oh,
me.
you wouldn't make fun of me. No, you see.
I don't know
Very
what
teacher.
it is.
Because
because-
song.
You know, I know that there's a lot of wonderful teachers and we know them, but there's always those teachers that leave you a mark. And for them, you were one of those teachers that left a mark. For both of them. For both of them. I needed to know who Velasquez was going to get up. But actually, no, I needed to know I knew who you were because I had met you, but I didn't know you. Even I wanted to know you. Like, I was like, and
I was in the upstairs world.
yes. And then we had little moments like when you were pregnant with Mia.
I did.
I wasn't close to you. I always only knew you. I was gonna say this before. My first impression of you was so funny. Before the kids, actually, I was teaching kindergarten in Matter Gardens, and just like you know, I'm a little crazy in the classroom. So I don't know what they had done. This is Noemi's class actually. It was Noemi's kinder class. Noemi was in my class in kindergarten. And I needed to scare. I don't know why you passed by my class or something. And we picked up without ever really having talked. I said something to you like, you know, Miss Vasquez, this is what they did. And you're like, and then I came out with you and you told me, do you want me to play bad guy? I'm like, yes. Oh, that's what it was. Something in the hallway. So you want to play bad guy? Yes. So you came in and you said something like you made up like, I heard that somebody has done, and the kids were like, oh my God, because they didn't know you. And I thought, this crazy
You guys were probably
teacher.
dying laughing.
It was annoying. No, that you scared them. And that was my first encounter with you. I'm like, oh my God, this one's crazier than me.
And then I would have laughed hysterically. That's what I would do all the time. So they would just look at me like, but you were just upset a second ago. We got over it. We would get over it
We would.
really fast.
That's right.
And then I don't know if it was having
Oh
with
my
that what I was
God.
saying that you say but there's a saying that you say a lot that I always want to remember and I don't remember how it goes. Don't confuse my
Weakness
Weak-
for my kindness. Yes. I used to say that.
Actually,
don't
remember
confuse
when
my
she would get
weakness for
mad?
kindness.
Or she would get mad and she would
My kindness for weakness.
My kindness.
For
Don't
weakness.
confuse my kindness for weakness. Yes.
You guys can't do that. Okay, so moving on.
We got
Go on,
we
I
have to. And
totally
they would
forgot
say,
that.
but how
I
can you
totally
just, and I'm
forgot
like,
that.
because I can't stay upset
Yes.
forever. We have to
Yes,
we have to move
I
on.
totally
There's a
forgot.
lot we
That
have
was
to
hilarious.
do
I
in the
used
day.
to
So
love
they
that.
would just look at me like, what is this lady
Crazy.
crazy?
Who would have known? Who would have
Who
known?
would have known?
And then
right?
my first encounter with Mia
Oh my gosh.
was
with
because
Mia.
we were voting.
Yes.
You were pregnant with Mia.
I was pregnant.
We were in the voting line. It was election year for who were we voting for?
2009 it was the
It wasn't Obama. It was before
it
Obama.
was no
Clinton
no,
or
no, it was Obama.
it was Obama
Yes,
here.
yes,
Mhm.
2009. It was.
Oh.
It was.
So we were
Sounds
in line, and you were in line ahead of me, and all of a sudden I see you fainting. I'm
Because
like,
I felt sick. I started to feel lightheaded, and I kept looking back, and I saw the line, and I would look forward, and a crowd of people, and I was like, if I tell somebody that I am feeling sick, they're gonna think that I am this crazy lady who's trying to take advantage and is using the pregnant card. Or that's what I thought. So I was like, I'm feeling very lightheaded. Okay, but I have to stay 5 more minutes. I'm feeling very lightheaded. I need to tell someone, okay, but they're gonna think that I am just pretending to. So I had a pole next to me and I held on to the pole. And when I held on to the pole, I just whoop, right?
I
and
just
I
saw
just,
so
yeah.
I just, I
And
went
next
for
thing
it,
I
and
know, I'm on the, grass, and then you were in front of me. Hi, and then I started crying, and I said, "Yes, please call my husband." And she called, but she stayed there with me. She held my hand.
And that was Mia. If you're watching, that was the first time I got to like interact
first
with you
time.
from the
What?
belly.
We never knew what happened. I got to the hospital,
Yeah,
rescue
you
came
probably
and
just
everything. What a show. And then I came back and I voted.
What?
I came back
That's American.
and I voted. And then they remembered me and they took me to the front of the line and I didn't have
was
to
probably
wait.
was
like
a VIP voter.
or something.
I saw that line and I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get out of here. But that was one of our first encounters.
And look, Mia, you ended up, you know, being part of like.
But you guys were
BBharts
already
and us.
teachers?
Yes.
So you knew each other? 'cause of
Yes,
Yes, but I
Okay.
was upstairs and she
No,
was
no,
downstairs.
but it wasn't like
But
a
not like
chance
this.
encounter. You,
Yes.
it was, but
But
like,
that kind of just, you
no,
know.
it was, but there was some background. Like,
Yes,
oh, okay, you're a teacher.
exactly. When I,
Like, I know
when I
you.
looked up, I saw people and I was like, ah, but when I saw her, it was this sense
Okay.
of, right.
Familiar
Yeah.
face.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that's what I
please
mean.
call home, you know what I mean? And if Eddie would not have picked up, I knew she would have, driven
Yeah.
home and she would have knocked on the door.
Yeah.
It was a familiar
You
face.
live
So
so
I think
far from
that
each other.
kind of, exactly.
That was our
I
very
think
first
that kind of
moment.
Yeah.
That was the first moment.
I
with
kind
Mia.
of bonded.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that story?
No.
I am so glad because every time I tell a story, like you already said
I'm like,
that.
I already know that.
I already know
You
that.
already told me that. I know the
That
story.
was- yes.
And now Mia is part of us. Now Mia gets to like enjoy BBharts and
She loves
so many
Okay,
things.
start right here.
So many things. So if you're watching in Zoom, that means that you have donated, right?
Yes, it does.
And you can interact the entire day because you're gonna be able, so if you wanna interact, you could always write something in the chat if you wanna ask a question.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, how about we surprise with a call, one of our moms, like a surprise call,
Okay.
and we ask her why BBharts for her, so that we can have another person, be part of this segment.
Okay, okay.
So I'm just
Don't
gonna
bring me
randomly pick.
When you're good.
How about Jenny?
Yes.
Jenny has been viewers forever. too.
Jenny.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the J-Lo too, yes, but she
Love
told me that today she was busy, that she's gonna join me later for a lunch. So if you wanna have lunch with J-Lo, just join us at 1 for Cancun. She's gonna be in the house, yeah. She's my bestie. All right, so Jenny, let me see, Jenny.
I was your bestie.
No, you're not. You're another, I don't know really truly, you are a lot of us, things sometimes are good and sometimes I want to strangle you. All right, so let's go Jenny, live. I don't know what she's doing, let's go and see what she. Now you
Call
see
again.
that we're being live for real. Maybe she's watching and she's blocking us because she's shy.
Oh no. Jenny.
Jenny, what's going on with Jenny?
You even said Jenny from the block.
Let's give her one more chance and now we're gonna pick someone else. We are not gonna call Jenny, guys, we're gonna miss it. Okay.
Jenny. No, her phone is not charged.
Her phone it doesn't even ring. So let's try. Let me see.
See,
what
it,
else is
it
here.
ran out of battery. And this is so good.
Let me see.
Love this cake.
Some people are working that I just saw here. Let me see. I'm actually just putting letters and see who comes up. I'm gonna put BBharts because usually your names come out of yours. But think of somebody. I'll tell. Who do you want to call?
That's
Wendy.
wrong.
Wendy? No, Wendy's gonna be later on.
We're gonna see her later.
Yeah. Somebody that doesn't expect or is that gonna.
Jane. We're also gonna see her later.
Let's find somebody new. Haley's mom. I have Haley's mom here.
Rizzo at work, but you can.
Rizzo is actually gonna be baking cupcakes for us today. And if they donate, one of the perks is that they can be in the raffle for the cupcakes.
Super generous. They have like their own little cupcake business, and I can tell you, not because she's one of our moms, like they're really good. Like they're good. Like I don't know what she does to the frosting, and I don't keep saying the frosting, but it's true, the frosting. Because I'm not into, I like sweets, but cakes and cupcakes and that stuff is not my thing, but something about that frosting. So she's offered to everyone that has donated, we're gonna do a raffle with your names, of course. And whomever, is picked in the drawing gets a free batch of cupcakes from her.
Yeah.
So yes, as a thank you. You know, just because they're awesome and they're super generous.
I
and-
found a mom.
Oh, you did?
Yes, because I want moms that are not expecting it at all. And this is Janet.
Janet!
Janet is Karina's mom, but Janet goes back to my middle school years.
Oh wow.
She was my friend in middle school. And Janet, when I spoke zero English, this is when I had just come from Spain,
Oh my lord.
my second year in the United States. So she knows me as an ESOL kid. And then growing up, she ended up being Juani's, my in-laws next
Neighbor.
door
Oh
neighbor.
my goodness.
So when we discovered her, we're opening BBharts, and I told her, Janet, just come by. We're doing the
I think it was a
inauguration."
drive-by. But drive-by, I mean, you're outside of your suegro's house and she was like pulling out. I remember you talking to a car and I was like, I wonder who she's talking to. I didn't know that she had knew the neighbors. And then she told me how that was her friend from high school.
Well, long story short, she did go to the inauguration with
Mhm.
Karina, who didn't show an enthusiasm,
I don't
any
remember
enthusiasm
Karina
at
much.
all. Yes, I remember thinking, well, she came because she knows me, but really truly, this girl doesn't care at all. Like, she did not show any excitement in her face. And look at Karina today.
Mhm.
Yes.
Look at Karina today. So I'm gonna go ahead and call because I know that a lot of the little girls look up to Karina too. Another role model and another little girl that
Let's
you
make
know,
sure that they can hear. So just make sure that you bring your
let's see
phone.
if she answers.
Right.
Maybe she's afraid. I think these people are afraid of being.
On the spot?
I said when you call somebody and it's like you've been
Put on the spot?
no
No?
Punked.
Punked. Look at,
Yes. And so 95, something like yes.
we're not good at this. Do you think that when they do the real shows they prepare?
Of course they prepare people.
Really?
Of course. They can't risk that. They let you know that they're gonna be calling you at some point during the day and
There's
then you
no
pick up.
magic release. Everything is preset.
Well, it is magic for the viewer, so I do believe it's magic for the viewer. You can say the same thing about theater. It's not it's magic for the audience, so we know it's coming. I think it's still magic.
Me too. I laugh hysterically and I think that
Exactly.
really surprised.
Exactly, and then they've succeeded, right? That's
You
the
know what
whole
I'm
point.
gonna do? I am not gonna say who I'm calling.
Good idea. Good idea. How come we didn't think of that first?
Hello? No? No, but she's a dentist so maybe, oh no,
Okay.
they shouldn't be working with
I
coronavirus.
think they're back. I think they're opening.
Have you guys noticed how we're keeping social distance? This is like enough distance, right? Yes, don't think that we're not caring. We are caring.
Absolutely.
When she came in, you missed it, but we sprayed her. She's been sprayed. Like, shh. All right, so let's call another mom. Guys, give me a mom because I am not very good at picking today.
How about okay, no, that's what I was thinking. Carolina.
How about Irmita? Let's call Irmita. And I know that she's been.
And she was there on Zoom.
Yes,
tempranito.
Let's call Irmita. Irmita is always willing to answer. She's very.
She was like, I'm waiting for my moment.
I know she could use this call right now. Good morning. How are you, Irmita? So this is for those of you that don't know Irmita. Irmita also goes way back. Oh my God, I'm very old or something.
15 years back.
Yes, we
Way
go
back.
15 years back.
We know each other a long time ago, yes.
And she's another funny story because we got to this neighborhood when they were in pre-construction, right? So you know how some people move faster than others. You live in this neighborhood too. But then I see this house that has Alice wanted marble floors. And I'm like, marble floors, see,
Oh my God, yes.
remember? So
Yes.
she was just moving in, cleaning her house, and she had put marble floors. So without knowing her, I knocked on her door to see how the marble.
I knocked on her door too.
Oh my gosh, she probably thought these people.
For la cortina, you remember?
Yes,
For
I
la
remember.
cortinas.
So
Yes. Cortina.
now we came in, we saw her marble floor. I felt a little bit intrusive, like I was intruding. But at the end of the day, she let me see her marble floors. We put marble floors here. Then I regretted it because it's very hard to maintain. But
Yes,
and then like a year or two later, I ended up being
Oh, now Janet's calling.
Janet. We'll call her
I think you
back.
could merge.
Oh, listen.
Let's do 3 ways.
A ver, you could
Espera,
merge.
Here we are.
Yeah, then what we should tell her we were doing though.
Hold there, Irma. Hi. Hi, Janet. How are you?
Oh my God. Good, and you?
You are live in our very first ever give-a-thon. You're being streamed live via our website.
No pressure.
No pressure. How are you?
Good, and you?
And we are with Irma on the line. She's there too. And Blasquez is here in our
Hi,
house.
Irma. Hi, Mama.
Hi.
How are you?
So we're having a little mom's moment. So while I talk to Irma, are you busy or you at work?
Work has been my house.
Right, good. So can you stay with us for 5 minutes? Because I want Irma and you to share a little, one of the anecdotes, whatever you want about why BBharts or something special about BBharts, whatever you want. It's your moment to share. Don't look at my nails. There's no manicures open right now. So Irma, you're gonna go first. Ready? And then Janet, go.
Okay, guys, we love BBharts. Kayla love BBharts. I mean, Median, you are the best. You have a big heart for everybody, especially for my little Kayla, after what we went through. And now what I'm going through too, I thank you.
No.
The girls, you're doing a great job. You know that.
So listen, Irma, I know that it's been hard. Nobody knows how much it's been, but for those of you that don't know, you know, Irma has gone through very difficult things this year, but we are here for you. We're going to continue to be here for you. And I open saying that God is in control, and he is in control. He never loses control.
He is.
So,
And this is why we need BBharts open.
we need BBharts open. We really do. And
Yes.
I really hope that
Yeah, we need it. We need it.
I really hope that everybody understands that I and my family, we really don't need BBharts for money, even though money is what makes the economy go. Because I can just call tomorrow right now and I can get a job and get money. Money is probably I can make a lot more money if I wasn't a teacher. We do BBharts because it means something. It leaves a legacy. It leaves a mark. It doesn't mean anything to have millions of dollars in my bank account if the day that we die, our purpose wasn't fulfilled. So for us, it really is, we need the money so that this continues to grow. I know that all of you know how talented every single person in my house is. And I know that it sounds bad from my mouth, but it's the truth. We know that Sarah doesn't need to be here. Every time we go anywhere, they want to hire her. I push her to do it, and she refuses.
I get offended.
Every time we meet with important
I
people,
get really
she
offended.
gets offended. Everybody wants to hire her, and not little people that can pay a lot. I was offered a job a few years ago where the person told me, tell me how much. Everybody has a number. And I told her, listen, my number is called Abigail and Noemi and BBharts and what I can do for others. And then I have Sarah and I have Saida, I have a family. But in that moment, Abby and Noemi were little. Sarah was not with me yet. And I told my number is called Abigail and Noemi. And with Abigail and Noemi, I mean everybody else. And I know that, I don't want to talk, but I know that we are not perfect. And we started saying that. But I want the moms to know that I really do, in my heart as a mom, my part, and I know we're talking about moms, I want for your kids what I want for my kids, including the moments where I'm really tough because I know that I am, is because that's how I am with my kids. Like the moments that you see me tough is because I want them to be their best. I don't gain anything by that. I gain that if it's work for my kid, it's gonna work for your kid. And at the end of the day, that's what I want. I want a legacy through them. Eventually your kids, I know Karina is giving back right now through company. We build companies so that they can start understanding that you have and then you give. Because then what is the purpose of having if you're not giving it back? So yes, I hope that you know that. And I hope that this fundraising is really truly just to stay open for the sake of you guys and for the sake of us, because it gives us purpose. But it's not a material thing. Even though we love to go on cruises, we want to go on a cruise as soon as this ends, but it is for that. So you're not alone in me. And I know we're not perfect, but we're here.
We are a family.
We are. We really are.
Yeah, we are. We love you, and we need this. We need BBharts. The girls need BBharts. We need the moms around and talk and chismear and, have fun. Yes, I love it.
Y mañana le voy a hacer una tortillita al marido de Irmita que está malito. Una tortilla no, una paella. Le voy a hacer una paella. No invito a nadie más porque no alcanza.
No. Y venga, ya se lo dijiste.
fine.
No, no, no.
Tú me guardas una cucharita.
Vive tiene
Una
el cake. El
cucharita.
cake llega a Perú. Janet.
Ella tiene que traer croquetas a Kevin.
Yes,
Se lo prometió.
yes.
Hoy,
Yes.
I love you. I love you.
Te quiero.
I love you too.
Janet, are you ready?
Todo lo que haces.
So,
Thank you so much for all that you have done for us, really, and for the girls, because you lived through them and you allowed them to grow and to strive for the impossible, which they thought in their minds, and just allowed, their inner beauty to come out, and it shows. I've seen it in my daughter, and I've seen it in all the other girls, and all the kids. It's just wonderful, the legacy that you are leaving behind.
and it goes around, and I'm so happy that I can get to do that. But I think that we all play a role in it. I have my legacy and what I'm doing, but you guys are doing your legacy and what you're doing, and it's together. Like, I really do. When we look at our shows, when we do our shows, that is like, I know that we're seeing so many things in a show that you really don't realize the little things. And I always say little things are big things, but when I'm standing on the back room in the show and I look from that point of view, and I see all of you sitting there, look, I get emotional. I see your kids on stage shining. I see the product of a show put together. All I think in those days is like, what a miracle. It's really truly a miracle of people coming together. And it's not just one person. It's impossible. You look at it and it's like, it's funny because in the show you actually visualize it. You see it. You see the audience. You see the kids. You see the lights. I hear the crew. I'm hearing my voice. It's like it's this beautiful thing that comes together.
You're lost in it.
You get lost in this story, this feeling, and for those 2 hours, we are one together. And everybody has a different role in those 2 hours. And it's just a confirmation. So in a spiritual way and in an emotional way, we are the same. Like, we don't see it sometimes and we lose perspective, but if we could always keep that thought going, that even though there will be little errors, it is that we have to stick together.
But that's how we grow.
Yes.
That is definitely.
You don't see Miss Blasquez now.
No, it's okay.
So put it back. You couldn't
That
hear the
is
phone.
how we
Yes.
that's how we grow.
You couldn't hear the phone.
So Janet, I want to share before we let go of you, how proud, because I know that Kayla is still little, and I know that Mia is already growing, but the next generation after that is Karina, and Karina represents really truly the first generation of BBharts before my kids, because all this time we only had Abby, Noemi, Zaida to showcase, but they're my kids, so it doesn't count as a product that is not coming from the source. But Karina is a product that came from that source, and I want you to know that the kids look up at Karina. Like, the girls, I know Kendo's always mentioning Karina, how she is an inspiration to everyone else, and that's what I hope that Staying Open is going to do. That all of your kids, I do look at 10 years from now and I think, wow, can you imagine all of these kids, not perfect, but all of them showing that it is possible to be a teenager that values, respects, and love, and like.
But it's so hard because we're competing with celebrities, and we're competing with what society thinks is perfect, and we're competing with friends, and we're competing with the internet, with so many things that, again, this is why I mean, this is the place that I know, okay, my daughter can look up to strong girls, strong young women, instead of, idolizing these other things that appear to be perfect.
But it doesn't have to be easy. Like, sometimes my heart hurts sometimes when we settle. I hate settling. And I know that we all have different strengths, but one of my strengths is not to settle. So I will never, I will settle if I die. Well, no, you kill me, I can't. But I don't care, and I always tell my kids this, I really don't care what the world says. I care what is right. You don't need to be perfect. You could make mistakes, but you gotta be fair to yourself and fair to what is right. So just because everybody does it, I couldn't care less. You don't. Just because everybody says it, you don't. And then not even you don't because I said so. At some point in their life, it cannot be about me. So I had a moment with Noemi that I will never, ever, ever, ever forget. Never forget. Because Abby's more expressive. Noemi's more held back. In emotion, she starts really getting emotional. She'll cry. And I right before her 15th birthday, that she wanted to go to Paris, I took her for breakfast, right? For a little breakfast, a French breakfast. And it was all about buying her some clothes and, you know, getting her ready. So we were eating breakfast, and I just asked her, because Noemi has become a straight A student, and it's so perfect in so many ways. And I hate the word perfect because no one is, but sometimes, like when I'm fighting with Saida or Avi, and I can find their faults faster to tell them, you know. But with Noemi, sometimes it's like it bothers me that I can't, like, because when I try to tell them, don't compare yourself. We all have things. I start with me, and then I go to Sarah has things, and this and that. So this, you just have to work on it. But when I go to Noemi, sometimes I struggle finding it, which I know that everybody has it. So I asked Noe, like, Noe, what is it? Like, what, how, why are you like this way? Because she gets straight A's. I know that she doesn't curse, and I do tell her not to. Like Abby also is the same way, but I didn't know why. At this point, I'm not with her in school every day. You know, guys, that you're gonna have to let go, and you don't know what they're doing after that.
They're different. They're their own people when you're not, when you're not watching.
And as a teacher, you get to see both sides sometimes. And you know that with mom, they're one way, and then you see the other side. I'm like, mom only knew. And I remember always telling them both when I would walk into Matter Gardens, Mommy, you're almost a teenager. Please remember who you are now. Please promise me you're not gonna change. Please promise me. Do you promise me? And I would tell them so much. So when they got to high school, I was like, ay, Dios mío. So I asked her, Mommy, what makes you, are you this person in school? Like, do you have this conviction? Why are you doing this? Yeah. Are you afraid of me? Like, why? And she started tearing up. I will never forget this moment because I didn't expect this answer. She started tearing up and she said, Mommy, I actually want to ask you how you did this in me, because I don't do it for you. I do it out of, like, it makes me feel good to be this way. But I asked myself so many times, will I be able to be this mom for my kids? How did you make me get convicted of my beliefs? How did you put this conviction to me? I started crying because I did not expect that answer. And then I told her the only thing, and it's funny because this is the fourth time we're going to mention this today. I told her, Mommy, the only thing I did was the moment that you were born, I knew that I couldn't be a perfect mother. And I told God, because you gave her to me, I'm giving her back to you. The day that they were born, I said, this is your baby. I'm going to do my role down here the best that I can, but know that I am only the co-pilot and this is your baby. Remember, this is your baby. I don't want this baby. I remember the day they were born, I did it with Abby. I actually asked everybody to leave the room. I told the nurse said, you want a moment? I said, yes. Everybody left the room, and I told Alice, let's just give this baby back to God, because I was so scared. So I said, God, thank you for this baby, but can you have it back? This is your baby. And I remember lifting her. And then I did that with Abby. Abby was really sick when she was 3 months. She almost died. She was really, really sick. And I remember that day I said, hey, remember, this is not my baby. This is your baby. And Abby got out of the hospital and everything was well. And I always remember that. So I did it again with Noe. So in this moment, I told Noe, Mommy, the only thing I can tell you that I have done is really truly know that I can't. And I've done my best, but this is what I've done. So for those of you that are in BBharts, if you don't like that I feel this way, this is the truth about what I do with your kids too. I do turn them in.
Do the Lion King with your babies,
guys. It really is the Lion King. And when I struggle with the people in BBharts, because we're all people and sometimes I feel misunderstood or you feel misunderstood, I do the Lion King. Every single time that I don't know how to do something, I just do the Lion King. Because I know that in that moment, it's out of my hands. And there's so many things that we don't control, including what our kids become sometimes. Like, how do you control that your kid is going to do everything you thought? So basically that's BBharts. It's the line. BBharts is in the line.
It's in the Lion King.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's okay to say, but we are just about to wrap up this first segment of our BBharts Give-A-Thon. I am so happy
We
I am
didn't eat the
nervous.
cake.
Yeah, but now we can eat. We have
Yes,
now we can eat. So before we move on to our next event, just want to let you guys know what's coming up. So at 10 o'clock, we've got yoga with House of Yoga, which we are very grateful for to have House of Yoga in the house representing and supporting us with this class. So if you are a mommy and you can stay on board, if you're a daddy and you want to stay on board, if you're
Alex, come here. Tell the dads you're going to be doing the yoga class. Come here over here.
Mr. D.
So Mr. D is here. If Pili is watching, he's going to go back to the room right now because he's teaching. Sit down for a second.
you can't even
Just
see your
say hi
head.
to the kids. Say hi to the kids.
Hi, kids.
We don't invite Mr. D for breakfast because he eats everything and then it's very hard to eat with him. It's like, yeah. So the kids should be in school with Mr. D. Mr. D has music class coming up, I think, Okendo at 12 or something like that.
Yeah. So before we move on, I kind of want to share with you guys a quick little something of our lineup for today to make sure that, you know, you stay tuned, you know what's happening the rest of the day today. So just give me 1 sec to make sure I've got this ready for y'all. Just give me a sec here. Give me a
If you're
sec.
watching and you are not in Zoom, know that you can be part of Zoom because it's good if you're gonna donate to it early. Because once you donate, Alex, Mr. D is a little loud in the kitchen. If you hear noises, it's like he's not used to having the
It's a man
lighthouse.
thing.
Yeah, it's like you're not power manly enough unless you throw the
Right.
things. So yes, if you are not watching in the Zoom and you want to interact, you can actually you know, we could have the moms in the Zoom talking to us, not through the phone.
Oh,
I just realized that. Que boba somos. We
It's
could
okay.
Actively put in.
but this is why this is, you know, this is our give-a-thon, all right? So
It's
we
just that
could,
when we were little,
figure it out.
the
It
Zoom
was
didn't
the
exist.
phone.
It was to the phone and in those
And you
TV
would
shows.
call in. Well,
Yeah.
just to give y'all a quick little video here that was prepared by Miss D and the girls, Abby and Noe and Saida. I had nothing to do with this one, guys. This one was done directly from them, directed, cut, and edited. This is your lineup for today.
Woo!
Have you heard of BBharts' GIVE-A-THON on Tuesday? It's a full day filled with live events from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for the whole family. Where? Right here on our website, live, www.bbharts.org. There's a full lineup and schedule on our website, www.bbharts.org. But I'm making sure I'm not missing out on Ezra Sosa from Zoe Bean Can Dance. There's a famous actor coming from Telemundo. And the best thing yet, there's food from Cancun Grill. At 1 p.m., we're having our Mexican fiesta because it's Cinco de Mayo. And anyone can join. There's events for any age in the entire family. Make sure to spread the word.
And since it's Giving Tuesday, what better way to spend it than with your BBharts family? Help us stay open by donating at www.bbharts.org. Plus, you get an exclusive Zoom code to get interactions with all of our guests. So if I were you, I would donate. If you've already donated and joined us, we are super thankful for you. And if not, please make sure to visit our website at www.bbharts.org.
Ooh, it's super good.
We're so lucky that these people are being part of it.
Honestly, like, it's crazy.
It's crazy too. Like when we got the call from Ezra that he was gonna participate, everybody was flipping. Ah, he said yes. Like, and then Irene is like a very famous flamenco dancer. We actually got to know her because Zaira went to this Jacob's Creek. Jacob's Pillow.
She mixed Dawson's Creek.
Yes. She went to Jacob's Pillow for the summer, and for those of you dancers out there, that's a dancer's dream come true. Getting to Jacob's Pillow, and the one that hosted the flamenco event was her. So she was like the star, and then we ended up creating a relationship with her that hopefully ends up with her even working with our girls eventually. So we're super lucky to have her. And then Salsa Lovers is huge. They create, huge conventions. Actually, I used to work for Salsa Lovers, and that's where I met Alex, by the way.
Huh.
Yes, he was there to learn. I was there to teach, and we haven't stopped since. And then, like we have the DJ that is playing. He does the main events in Miami at night. So, and then don't forget Miss Perez coming up later with a story time to have the principal of Matter Gardens be part of what we do. The senator and the commissioner both were like, okay, who's gonna talk? But they both wanna, they wanna collaborate. And then we have that actor. So a lot of people, and even don't know that, and even Navarro is actually part of Al Rojo Vivo, which is one of those famous Telemundo shows. He actually is engaged. So all of these things are happening, but right after this is the yoga. So make sure that you exercise today, okay?
So yes, just to make sure that I cover what's coming up next for everyone to know what's up. As you know, later this evening, we will be doing a raffle. Okay, so with your donation, that automatically enters you in the cupcake raffle from Raw Sugar Inc., which is one of our family's baking companies, and they are delicious and amazing. In fact, their baby is here on the Zoom with us. Hi, Gabby. So that's going to be happening later on today.
Your
And
name's
then-
gonna be here.
Oh, yeah.
At 8:30.
8:30. 8:30. And then in just a few moments, we are going to have yoga with Dawn Jenkins from House of Yoga. So if you are logging on for that, I encourage that you get ready for it. You can do it now or just around 10. We here are going to wrap up and get ready for our yoga. Right, Misty? Awesome.
So we will see you in yoga class, and after yoga class, again, live with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you
Gladys.
for having
Thank
me.
you, Irmita. We are
And
so
Janet.
happy, and Janet, we're still here in the line. They haven't left us. We love you, okay? Stay tuned for the bachata.
Thank you for everything you've done.
No,
We
no,
love you.
we love you. Dale. See you soon.
And yes, thank you, Miss D, Miss Sarah, and all the teachers,
And
all the girls for
let's-
all you do. We make a commitment to support you because we want BBharts to stay open soon, and we're in this together.
We want to open in
Today's
June.
gonna be a successful day.
And then do it from the other side too. I like how that looks over there. It's fine.
Are you still in Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you guys get in the picture and have the picture with the thing? Selfie time, guys. Selfie. We're taking a selfie.
The morning crew.
Your head is in the way, yeah?
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Give me 1 sec here. Let me
So,
just, give me a sec, give me a sec.
You were perfect.
Good morning. Oh, look at that face. She's got that morning face still. It's probably like a mixture of morning face / maybe like boredom face and just a little so I think the sleepy face prolongs itself. It's not really so much sleepy. It's a combination. And maybe a little bit of hungry or just eating. One of those. All right. So let me just make sure I am ready for my next segment here with Miss Dawn Jenkins, waiting for her to get on. I'm gonna go and pause something real quick here. So give me a sec, guys.
Mia doesn't see you. Todo el mundo está diciendo Jaime, no Jaime. Esto está buenísimo.
It's so good.
I am eating this. I'm gonna count it as 200 calories because it's more or less a magdalene.
You know what I'm doing, right?
Oh, I'm counting my calories. Are we muted? No. Está riquísimo. This is from nothing but punch.
Nothing but cakes.
Nothing but cakes. Really good. I never eaten one.
Yes, yo llevo una caja with the little
Con
bunchies.
chiquitico.
Yes.
It's from the same place? Mmm.
This one's delicious.
Y le
the
pusieron
red
una
velvet.
foto de unos
I
estudiantes.
had to have the red velvet. Mira, oh my god, that is so cute.
Back in the day.
So. Can you see it on the way, Tim? This was fun. This was so much fun.
It was.
Wow, so back to back to back.
Jenny didn't answer the
Oh
phone.
my
She was
God.
probably afraid.
Llámala ahora.
Let's see. Maybe she's working, you know? Let's see. Some people are going back to work. There's a lot of things opening, coming up in the next weeks. Now it's ringing.
Do I have a Don Jenkins with us? Don? Do I have Don with us? Don?
The lights.
No, it's the lights, guys. It's the lights. Don Jenkins. Do I have a Don Jenkins with us?
$1 per follower.
All right. Don?
Okay.
Don Jenkins of House of Yoga. I know, right?
Yeah,
American
yes,
names are
it's
super.
name.
You know, Dawn Jenkins.
And if you don't wanna call her Jenkins.
Dawn Jenkins.
Dawn.
Dawn Jenkins. Dawn Jenkins, are you on the line, Dawn?
Somewhere else? No?
Dawn
Oh my
Jenkins.
God, this is so much fun.
Are you on the line, Miss Dawn?
Because
Dawn Jenkins.
you don't have to be like Alex.
Miss Dawn Jenkins. Look at Miss Saida, you guys. She is on the ball. She's our like you would call it set person. So she's making sure that the set looks good. All the design looks good. We're now in our backyard where it's super sunny and super hot. No, this is where you want to be this way. Wow, this is like really hot. Gotta put a towel or something on that. Woo! It is hot. Hi, Gabby. Hello, Dawn. How are you? Guys, we've got Dawn here from House of Yoga. Look at how great that studio looks. If y'all don't know where they're at, all the information is on our website, and you can always go to houseofyoga.com. Everything is there. And as you know, because you donated, if you are on this call and you donated, you get perks and discounts on classes, which is awesome, which is amazing. So we are gonna get right to it. I'm gonna put this down right here so that we can do yoga with Dawn. Give me a sec, I'm gonna unmute Miss Dawn. All right, Dawn, you are unmuted and you can take away the show. Let me just highlight you here.
Can I see you?
Can you see me?
Oh yeah, we can see you. You look amazing.
I'm gonna move to another room in a second.
Cool.
Tell me when I'm live.
You are live, madam.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the House of Yoga. Just wanted to jump upside down for you today. Welcome to my little house of yoga. It's my place of calm and tranquility. I'd like for you to look around, look at everything around the room. Can we do that real quick?
Totally. Beautiful.
This is my favorite wall, though. My favorite wall. Go around. Yes. My sweet house of yoga. And now we're going to enter the studio to get ready for a nice practice. Follow me. Yes, okay. Welcome all of you. I'm so happy to have you here and thank you for coming out on Giving Tuesday. I am here representing House of Yoga under the great direction of BBharts. So, never done. Hey, we're gonna start. Can try it. Nice seat on this. If you have a mat, have a seat on the mat or a rug. And we're gonna sit nice. It's too loud for me. So if we're ready to get in touch with our body, in touch with our mind, and in touch with our heart, we're gonna relax everything we have. Sitting nice and tall, sitting in Sukhasana is the word for it, like crisscross applesauce. Remove the glutes from underneath you so you can root into the ground. Head of the arms come up and back, shining your heart out to everyone. The crown of your head goes high to the sky, lifting that chin up. Nice. Last touch is Shin Mudra, index finger and thumb connect. And you're ready to begin. Let's first, we've been in this quarantine for a while, so we have some stress related to that. Let's get rid of it. So let's inhale all that stress up. Inhale, think about it, and let it go. Like the water washing it away. You can have that same thought or a different thought. If you have any pain, emotional problems, inhale them up. Think about it and let it go. One last chance to get all that negativity out of our yoga practice. One more time. Inhale it up. Think about it, and let it go. Now we're ready to start. Nice energy, refreshing our posture, crown of the head high. Ujjayi breath is a nice breath, inhaling like you're fogging a mirror at the back of your throat and then fogging a mirror in the front. So it's through your nose. Inhale, exhale. It's an audible breath. We should be able to hear it. Inhale. And as you're sitting there, nice and calmly, it should calm down your mind. The breath, pranayama, has many healing factors. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's think about all the things we're grateful for today. There are many, many things to be grateful for. Let's think of 3. And take a breath again. Your second one. And your last one. And bringing your hands out and open. Inhale up and exhale down. Keeping that pranayama going. Inhale, use your breath. Inhale, reaching for the sky. Arms long, fingers reaching. Exhale to your heart. Inhale again. And bring it down. Let's reverse it up. Inhale between your